Just about to get started. And on the hill in this one, Hayden Wisniewski.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
First pitch, 6-10.
Tatis waits. And another ball. The wide to kick the pitch. And there's a ball.
3 balls, no strikes.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. And now it's filled up.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
So now 3-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Luis Arias in the box now. No balls and a strike. And it's even up. Short hop liner, handled it short. Sends it to first. 2 quick outs in the top of the first here tonight. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Gonzalez.
And Boog, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
Manny Machado in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Two down, nobody on. Just misses. Now 1-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
That misses, and the count is 2-2. 2 out, space is empty. That just misses, and the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Machado, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Let's go, Hayden. Ball, no. 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and The count now 2-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. That's down and in.
1-0.
Two outs. That one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, 2 outs. Gonzalez, the next to hit. First pitch just misses.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. On the ground to third. Paredes fires over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Houston, today's starting pitcher, Michael King. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Jose Altuve, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Slider misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Two now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Let's go now.
Ripped on the ground to second, and they get Altuve for the out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Isaac Paredes in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 1 out, base is empty.
Let's go, Astros.
Right
That's
through
a
there for a
strike.
strike.
Ball 2.
And that's
Ball 3.
downstairs and outside.
3-1.
And that one fouled off. Hard hit right side. Throws to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Jordan Alvarez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Ball,
Definitely not a pitch
strike.
location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make...
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. 3rd home run of the season, and we're level. It's 1-1.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
Christian Walker stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That's a little bit low. King, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. That's career homer number 149. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-1.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. And that skips in the dirt. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And a foul ball. And they'll do it again. First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Inside, just missed. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's a laser base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, safe at second.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now a chance for Yainer Diaz. First pitch, not close.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Gonzalez puts it away, and the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Top of the second. Now here is Jose Iglesias.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next offering is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Next offering misses down and away. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. The next pitch misses. 3-2 now.
Full count.
Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Now batting Tyler Wade. Towards first, Walker. He'll do it himself.
He's out.
And that quickly, 2 away.
Batting ninth, catcher, Martin Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. Ground ball left side. Tosses across the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're down 2-1. Back here at Dyken Park, now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. King back to work. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Inside, just missed. Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Just missed. And another ball. Edge of the zone for a strike, and now 3-1. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find a zone.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Cam Smith stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Pitch misses, 2-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at-bat.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
2-2.
Runner takes off. In there for strike 3. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Rolled out to second in his first at-bat. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Next offering is in for a strike.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Slings to first, and that is the inning. One left for Houston. They lead it 2-1. All set for the start of the inning. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. And that one pulled foul. Outside low. 1-2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. See you later. Tatis goes yard. His 7th home run of the season. And this game is tied. It's 2-2.
Tatis is a superstar in baseball, and that swing of his is a big reason why. He's electric with the bat in his hands. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. Now a screamer into the outfield. Myers makes the grab, 1 away. Manny Machado up to the plate. Walked his first time. And Manny gets a piece. One down, base is empty. And now 1-2. Tied up here in the early going. Now one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Looked like it was a little bit up. Lifted in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way.
Man at first with 1 gone. Xander Bogaerts, the next up for the Padres. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Gosh, that's just a terrible jump right there off first base. It really cost him. And it wasn't even a great throw, but it still allowed him to slap the tag on him just in time. Boogie looked like it was you running or something. When you get off the blocks that poorly, you've got to be willing to shut it down and get back to first.
Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. 2-2 game. Bottom of the inning. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Hit in the air, right field. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Alvarez hitting third in the lineup, and he was born in Cuba.
One more time.
And that one fouled off. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Wade sizes this one up, and there's two down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And now it's Christian Walker. He's already homered here in this one. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and the Astros jump in front. It's 3-2. Siggy, that's his 150th career home run.
Man, Boog, 150 trips around the bases. That's a lot. Congrats to him. I tell you what, that's a lot of trotting. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting a tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena doubled his first time. Pop foul out of play off to the right. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that drops in for a strike. Next offering is outside. One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Gavin Sheets. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Now 1-1.
One ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
2-1.
And downstairs. outside with a breaking ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Gonzalez, the next up for the Padres. Grounded out his first time up. And he takes one right on the black. Strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Ball one.
Squirts away a little bit.
1-1.
Well done behind the dish. And fouled off. Sheets aboard here at first with nobody out. Out to short, and that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Second baseman, Jose Iglesias.
Jose Iglesias will hit next. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. Here comes the throw. But it's offline. He will score. It's 3-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Hayden Wesneski done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Hunter Brown gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Go ahead run on base. So digging in now for San Diego, Tyler Wade. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
1-0.
First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called. And here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. Grounded out his first time.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
There's a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Clips the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Hit on the ground might be 2. Over to Rogers. To Walker, and that's 2. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're dialed into the show. ready to go, bottom 4. And here is Yainer Diaz. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And that's in the dirt.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And a base hit up the middle. So a man on base to start the inning. Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Went down on strikes his first time through. Late swing, fouled off. The 0-1. And that one ripped into right. And it stays fair. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Michael King out of the game, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third. So looking for some help there. Back in a minute. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Yuki Matsui.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Golden opportunity right here. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Diaz on third. Rodgers stands at second. No outs. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next offering upstairs.
2-2.
On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Cam Smith up next for the Astros. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
0-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Strike 3, got him with the sweeper.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Has grounded out a couple of times. Center field. That is the inning. 2 left for the Astros. Score remains tied at 3. New inning getting started. At the batter now, Fernando Tatis Jr. Brown back to work. A little bit high, and that's ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Caught him looking for the K.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Luis Ariz stands in. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's inside. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next pitch way upstairs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next offering is down low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. Go-ahead run on base. Here's Manny Machado.
A walk, and he's also singled.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Calls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Almost got him. Ariz off of first with 2 away. The shortstop takes a ball. Fought off foul. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Gavin Sheets in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Out there to center. He's got it, and that is that. Padres leave one, still tied 3-3. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and stepping in for the Astros, Padres. That catches the outside corner. Strike one.
Well, these Astros, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
This to third. Sends it over to Sheets. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting, left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's already homered in this game.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
That's in there. That's strike one. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. That missed inside. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. And that misses. Ball 1. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And the Astros put down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 5 innings complete. All tied up at 3 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Sheets goes 6 feet 5 inches, 28 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Next offering is in for a strike. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Nick Hernandez up and throwing. Sousa, a left-hander, also throwing. Oh, that got away from him.
It got him.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Go ahead run on base. Gonzalez getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Bunts it in the air. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Jose Iglesias now at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Fouled off down the right side.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Misses.
No, that's a ball.
Ball 1.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering way upstairs. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ripped to third and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Tyler Wade, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 2 in this one. Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside. Sheets off of first with 2 away. Outside low, 2-1. Just missed. Martin Maldonado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two outs. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Oh, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position, so some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. And ball 1. Next offering is downstairs. Two on, 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And misses inside. Fernando Tatis Jr. would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Payoff pitch. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here in Houston, bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. And here it comes. Tap foul at the plate. And now the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That missed by a lot. And to count 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Fastball for a strike. That one misses, and the count is 1-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Tatis snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Astros.
Here's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers.
And that one clips the corner.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And a good eye there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. 1-2-3 go the Astros. So no change in the score. It's 3-3.
Now pitching.
Nick Hernandez on to pitch here. Ready to make his season debut. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. That one missed.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've already earned 5 walks in the game, and of course, that's providing them with a lot of run-scoring opportunities.
Hot shot to third. Tosses to first. Out. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. That's out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Machado stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1.
1 strike.
That one fouled off. To third, and foul ball. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Myers going back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. He put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Man at second. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Line, and that's a base hit. Here comes Machado around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Two outs, runner on first. Gavin Sheets digs in now. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, 2 outs. Gonzalez will hit next. 1 for 3. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. 1 runs in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's a 3-run game, 6-3.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Nick Hernandez is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Robert Martin on to pitch out of the pen here. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands, and it's a bigger stadium. But the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw. And just let him lead you in this one.
Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. Paredes fires over to first. And that's terrific work out of the bullpen. One pitch to end the frame. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now 6-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jason Adam. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. He's 0 for 1. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Ooh, Baya.
1-1.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Fouled off. He was late. Here's a 1-2. And down on strikes. And there's one down.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Smith stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Adrian Morejon getting loose out there. Peralta also throwing. And that one is inside ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Astros trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
So now the Astros designated hitter, Jose Altuve. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Ball 1 there. Two down, nobody on, and it's fouled away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Popped up right side. Sheets moving under this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Padres 6 and the Astros 3. Back here in Houston, and now the center fielder, Tyler Wade. And that one almost got him. Foul ball. And a foul ball. Next offering upstairs. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a man at first. Stepping in for San Diego, Martin Maldonado. In the air out to center. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. One away. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That one at 95, missed up top, ball one. Just off the inside edge. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And it stays fair. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
2 on, 1 out. Now the DH for the Padres, Luis Arias. 0 for 3 in this one. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
2nd and 3rd here. 1 away.
That's a ball.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Here comes Manny Machado. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
base hit center field. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and the lead is up to 5.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Robert Martin gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Righty reliever out of the pen, Ronel Blanco.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Bogarts now.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And that one is downstairs. And
1-0.
that is ball 1. And another ball. Next pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
3-0.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score, and we're in the top of the 8th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Full count.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. And a foul ball. Machado at third. Bogarts over at second with 1 down.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Framber Valdez, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Number 64 also getting ready. Two on, 1 out. Fought off foul.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 1 down. Runners at second and third. Good eye right there.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Next offering way off the plate. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Gonzalez batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Now fly ball to right center.